Gorilla Tag, one of the most popular VR games ever. This game makes a lot of money off of people buying shiny rocks. But something other games have that this game doesn't have is actually in real life stores, which is merchandise, like action figures, plushies, mystery boxes, and much more. And yes, I know Gorilla Tag does have merchandise, but it's not really stuff that you can buy in any store. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be making concepts of what actual Gorilla Tag in-store items could look like. And make sure to stick to the end, because these items go from easy, medium, and all the way up to hard. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight onto the first item. So for the first item, I'm going to be creating a Floppy Gorilla Tag toy. I'm going to 3D print this. If you don't know what a floppy toy is, I'll put an image on screen of a floppy 3D printed toy. Without further ado, I'm going to get straight to printing and painting this. Okay, so I just printed and painted it, but it is very small. This is it compared to my hand. So I'm going to go print a bigger version of this. Okay, so this one's a bit bigger. I honestly like this one way more. And this is it compared to the original one. As you can see, these toys are very flexible, and they could be used as keychains. But this is also the easiest toy of this video, so let's get straight onto the medium toy. So for the next item, we're going to be making a Gorilla Tag action figure. For this figure, you're going to need a bunch of Lego ball and socket joints. But I only had one socket joint, and I had 0 ball joints. So that's why I'm using these 3D printed part and these action figure arms. So first up, I'm going to make the torso out of clay with this as the skeleton. I'm just going to add a lump of clay to the neck and the shoulder joints. So I'm going to make that right now, and I'll show you guys once it's finished. So this is what the finished torso should look like. Now that this is done, I'm going to let it dry and start with the arms. So right now I'm going to cover the upper arm in clay and figure out what I'm going to do with the hand. I'll show you guys what that looks like once I'm done. So this is what the finished arms look like. You are going to have to do this step twice because you need 2 arms. Now to the head. So this is what the head looks like. And honestly, it doesn't look pretty good yet. So I'm just going to grab a reference and start sculpting. I'll see you guys once this is finished. Okay, so right now I have this big piece of cardboard. And you might be wondering why I have this. Well, it's because you can't just buy an action figure. You have to buy it in a box. So that's what I'm going to be making. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight to cutting out the right shape. So this is what the back of the box looks like right now. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good. So I taped some things onto the front and the back of the box. This is arcade, and this is the city. And I'm going to get straight on to gluing some more stuff on. So this is what the figure looks like right now. As you can see, the clay has just hardened and it's very hard. So I'm going to paint this guy, and I'll see you guys when I put the first coat of blue paint on. So this is what the figure looks like after the first coat of paint. If you're wondering, I'm using this dark blue Craft Smart paint. So right now I'm going to get to painting the torso and printing out a face. And here we have it, the final result of the Gorilla Tag action figure. As you can see, I didn't just make the figure, I also made the box. If you're wondering, this is what the back looks like, and I think it looks really good. Honestly, Gorilla Tag making action figures would be such a good idea. I hope they make some in the future. Without further ado, let's get on to the next item. So the next thing that I'm going to be creating is actually very well known in the collecting industry. It's going to be a Gorilla Tag Funko Pop. There are 3 elements of a Funko Pop that you can easily recognize it. The big head, small body, and its M&M shaped eyes. So those are the 3 elements that I'm going to try and implement into my Funko Pop. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight to making it. So to make this Funko Pop, I'm going to be using tin foil and some clay. If you have a lot of clay, then you can just make it out of clay. You won't need this tin foil, but I'm going to be using tin foil. So this will make the Funko Pop lighter. And I don't want to use all my clay on it, so I'm just going to fill the insides up with tin foil. Okay, so skipping ahead a bit, I have created this. Comparing it to an actual Funko Pop, I don't think it looks that bad. This is all I'm going to do in tin foil, though all the rest is going to be clay. So I'm going to get straight to adding some clay to this tin foil. Okay, so skipping ahead a bit, this is what we have right now. As you can see, I finished the clay and put on a coat of black paint. And honestly, I think it's looking pretty good. I think the head might look a bit weird, but that's because there's no face painted on it yet. So I'm going to get straight on to painting the details and finishing this guy. Okay, so I'm back and I just added a coat of gray paint. And honestly, I think it looks really good. I think it's pretty accurate to the real gorilla, but I still have to add the nose and the mouth. So let me add that real quick and I'll be back once that's done. It's finally done. This is what the Gorilla Tag Funko Pop looks like. Honestly, I think it turned out really good. I also added a base plate so that it could stand. I really like that it looks a lot like a Funko Pop. I think this would be really close to what the actual collab of Gorilla Tag and Funko would look like. That's gonna be it for this figure, and let's get on to the outro. So that was gonna be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. That's it.